Hey guys, welcome back to the Canadian Queen Tubes channel. It's your girl Canadian Queen Tubes, in case you didn't know. And today I'm going to be sharing with you my COVID-19 story. So first of all, I do not want you to be afraid for me or like scared or worried or anything. I'm fine. I'll be fine, but it's very important for me to share my story with you just in case anybody is in the situation that I am in. I'm sharing this because there's no point in having the knowledge that I do have and not being able to communicate that with those that might need it. And I also do not want anyone that might potentially be in the situation that I am in right now to not have any idea on what to do. And I know that a lot of my viewers are also in countries where they don't have as much information or infrastructure as I'm privileged to have right now. So it's just my civic duty to share all of these with you guys so that you know that COVID-19 doesn't have to be a death sentence. It also doesn't have to be something that you are totally paralyzed about and have no information on. You can be equipped with the information you need to keep yourself and your loved ones safe, and that's what I'm going to do today. So to start with, I'm going to give you a bit of a background story. So I've mentioned in a couple of videos before that I don't live by myself. I live with someone, so basically I have a housemate, and fortunately or unfortunately, she's a healthcare worker. What that means is that she's on the front lines, right? She's providing help to people, and that's great. I really respect that. I respect all frontline workers. But what that means for me and those of you that might be in my shoes, in my situation, is that we are at risk of being exposed to the virus because of our close contact with these people. So if you have a loved one that you live with that works in the front lines, this video is especially important for you to watch. It's also very important for you to share with anyone that you know might potentially be in this situation. A week and a half ago, my housemate told me that she had been tested for COVID-19 because she had a high fever at work. And that made me very anxious because I tried all my best to stay away from the public, but it still came to meet me at home. And today I'm going to be sharing 5 key tips with you on how you can protect yourself as best as you can. It's not 100%, it's not foolproof, but to the best of your ability, if you start early enough, I think you stand a chance of preventing COVID-19 from coming to meet you at home. So enjoy. So number 1 tip I would share with you is to make sure that you wash your hands with soap and water. You've seen this everywhere, it's in every advert. Wash your hands with soap and water. It's very important, guys, because the virus, from what I've heard, is afraid of soap and water. So let me give a story. I know of an acquaintance that tested positive for COVID-19. However, he lived in the same house with his family and none of them tested positive. And that was because they kept extreme self-isolation measures. And I know not all of us have the luxury of doing that. I mean, by staying in your room 24/7 for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or as long as it takes. Not everyone has en-suite bathrooms, so you kind of have to share stuff. But like, some of the things that he did and his family did are things I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. And as best as you can, if you keep to these practices, I strongly believe that you stand a chance of not getting infected, even though you have a family or a loved one that is a frontline worker. Like I said, wash your hands with soap and water. Also make sure that you wipe down shared surfaces. So the doorknob, the light switch, the remote control, the tap in the kitchen, the bathroom faucet, all of these things have to be wiped with disinfectant. So guys, please get to wiping, wash your hands as often as you can. If you haven't washed your hands at least 20 times a day, I don't think you've washed it enough. So try to count. What I do is when I wash my hands, I'm like, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes I go as much as 40 because I know it's very important to wash my hands. So that's number 1 tip. Number 2 tip is that you need to limit the time you spend in shared areas. Like I said before, this guy and his family limited the times they spent together. His laundry wasn't done, his dirty clothes was in his room, he was eating his meals with paper plates, he was recycling right in his room, he didn't step out for 3 weeks. All of these sound extreme, but these are the things that they did to make sure that the family wasn't infected. I know not all of us can do all of that, but the best that you can do, if you have to go to the kitchen, make sure that you really reduce the time you spend there. Once you're there, open the windows to allow for airflow. If you have to use the bathroom together, wipe stuff down before and after, just, you know, to make sure you have a quick bath. Don't do that one that you would have a bath in 1 hour and just like soak it all in. No, this is not the time to soak it all in. Quickly wash yourself and get out of there. And that would help you because you won't be exposing yourself too much to the virus. Number 3 that I have to share with you today is that you should wear masks as often as you can. Ideally, the person that is infected should be the one to wear the mask, but you can't force someone to wear a mask, right? So the onus is on you to protect yourself. So if you have to go to the shared areas, try to put on your mask and wear your gloves if you can. If not, just make sure you wash your hands properly with soap and water. Number 4 thing that you need to do to make sure that you reduce your exposure to the virus, especially if you have someone that is at high risk of having the virus or that's tested positive, is to make sure that you keep your utensils in your room. So your plates, your spoons, your cups, all the things you use on a day-to-day basis, keep them in your room and make sure to wash them before you use and after you use. It's very important. Wash before and after. You can't be worried about water consumption right now. Trust me, you're going to be using a lot of water and a lot of soap, so stock up on soap. But try to wash the plates before you use them, just because in case there's anything there, you want to get used to washing, and after you use them, obviously, because you don't want to keep dirty plates. That's if you can. If you can afford to use paper plates for the duration, then fine, that's even better, right? But just make sure to wash your hands and wash your plates before and after. Number 5, I think, or 6, not sure. But the next tip is that you have to try to exercise yourself, your body and your mind as much as you can. So you might not, if you're like me right now and you're under self-isolation, I've been under self-isolation for 9 days now, and that means I can't go out for work. I can't do anything like that. I have to be in my room. So what I do is I try to just walk around my room. I go in front of my window and just absorb some sunlight, because I see that it affects my mood when I haven't been exposed to the sun for a while. Yeah, that thing is true, guys. So try to exercise yourself, exercise your mind. We just, sometimes you just take a nap and just relax and you think about good stuff, good memories, the times when you had your favorite ice cream and you loved it. Yes, think about all those things and just make sure that you keep yourself happy. You do things that make you happy, because you don't want to be depressed. You don't want to fall into that pool of anxiety and depression that is very easy when you've been isolated for so long. Number 6 tip is to make sure you drink warm stuff. Guys, this is not the time for ice cream and cold stuff. You want to take as much warm stuff as you can. Your drinks, your meals have to be warm, hot, just to help relieve the pressure that you will find that you would feel in your throat when you've gotten a bit exposed to the virus. You start to feel like some pressure here, swallowing might be a bit difficult. So warm stuff helps a lot, and also steam inhalation. What that means is that you boil all this wonderful stuff, ginger, garlic, lemon, pineapples, turmeric, whatever fruits you have, boil them in a pan and just like put a blanket over your head and inhale the steam. Trust me, guys, it works. Like, I got all these recipes from my mom, my godmom, my aunts, all my numerous aunts all over the world send them to me, and it does help. Sometimes I feel like so much pressure here. I'm asymptomatic, I don't have any symptoms, but sometimes you just feel really tired, or like you feel like a cough is coming up. Once I do that steam inhalation and I drink some warm lemon tea or ginger tea, or even just chew on ginger and honey, boom, it's gone. So those are things that I find very helpful, and I think you should do them as well. These 6 tips, trust me, helps to, at least to the best of your ability, reduce your exposure. And then if you're like me, that 2 days after my housemate informed me that she got tested, she told me that she was positive, and I started to freak out. Well, not fully freak out, but just a little bit, and everyone around me was freaking out. And I couldn't go anywhere because I didn't want to expose any of my loved ones to the virus, because it's possible that I had already been exposed to it, right? So I had to stay put where I was, but to self-isolate. And if you're like me, you've already gotten to that stage, then just continue to do all of these things that I've mentioned. Do not stop now because you're like, well, I already have the virus, what's the point? I don't think it works like that. I think your body can continue to build immunity even if you have the virus, just to fight it off. So the more chances you give your body of fighting this off, the better for you. So still follow all the tips I've shared. Reduce your exposure, drink warm stuff, eat properly, eat lots of fruits, take your vitamin supplements. Oh god, I hate swallowing drugs, but I've had to take vitamin C every day for past 7 weeks, and it's good. I find myself healthy. I find myself still like strong and able to make a video to share my knowledge with you guys. And I want to point out that the point of making this video is not to make you afraid for me, or to start wondering, you know, whether you should leave your your frontline worker spouse or run away or something. No, it's just to make you aware of the possible dangers and how you can also help yourself and help your kids, especially if you have kids, because it's very easy for them to catch all these things, right? So try to help yourself by following these tips, and I'm sure that you will be fine. Remember, you need to eat. This is not the time to watch your weight and eat properly, eat well. You might find it a bit difficult to eat as much as you normally would, which is okay, but just give your body a fighting chance. So eat well, sleep really well, and also do stuff that make you happy. Watch movies, smile, talk to your friends. And even if you have a COVID-19 positive status, it's not a death sentence, it's something we can get through. So in the next video, I'm providing you with updates on my symptoms and if I've tested positive for COVID-19 and what I am doing at that point. Thank you so much for watching. Please share this video with anyone that you know that is currently living with a frontline worker, or is a frontline worker themselves, or is at high risk of being exposed to virus, or already has been exposed to virus. Please share this with them, because these are tried and tested and proven methods by others, not me, to work for limiting exposure to COVID-19. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.